And then bring your hands to your heart again. Keep pushing your feet down into the floor. Feel your sternum lift up, your heart lift up, and try to shift your ears back over your shoulders. Bring your palms or your arms forward again. Flip your palms face up. Spread your fingers wide. One more round. Bring both thumbs in, both index fingers, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, and then lift up through your heart and roll out your pinkies, your next finger, your middle finger, your index finger, your thumb. Deep inhale, lift up through your heart. Try to soften your shoulders and release. Lower your arms down by your side. Keep pushing your feet down. This time, shrug your shoulders up by your ears. And exhale, roll forward and down. Deep inhale, push into your feet, shrug up. Squeeze your blocks or knees, and exhale, roll back and down. Deep inhale, feel your feet press down, but feel your sitting pads press down as you shrug up. Exhale, forward and down. Try to look straight ahead, and then inhale, shrug up. Try to keep looking straight ahead as you squeeze your shoulders back and down. One more. Deep inhale, push into your feet, squeeze your blocks, shrug up. Exhale, forward and down. Then push your feet, inhale, shrug up. Exhale, back and down. And then lift up through your heart, check in for a few breaths. And try to shift your ears back over your shoulders, exaggerate lifting through your heart, lifting up through the crown of your head, and look over your left shoulder just so you start to feel a stretch. Deep inhale, feel your feet press down. Deep inhale, feel your spine strong and long. And as you exhale, look out of the corner of your eyes. But use those eyes in the back of your head to keep an eye on your right shoulder. Is it following you? Could you roll your right shoulder back a touch more? Deep inhale, and then look out of the corner of your eyes. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly rotate forward. Push your feet down into the floor. Feel your hips press down into your chair. Lift up long. And exhale, look over your right shoulder. Deep inhale. Notice that moment when your left shoulder starts to follow. Keep trying to roll your left shoulder back. Deep inhale, press your feet down. Lift up through your heart. Exhale, maybe look a little bit more to your right. And then inhale, look straight ahead. Rest back in your chair for a moment. Maybe lay on the flat level of your chair or of your block. And check in. Take some deep inhales and exhales. And notice, I honestly didn't notice it until I laid back just now, but when I laid back, I was like, whew, either I just had a hormonal burst or we activated some muscles there. Deep inhales and exhales with this weather change. And bring your left arm down by your side. Inhale, lay back in your chair. If you've got a block, rest back and lift up through your chest. Inhale your left arm out and up. And you might close your eyes. Notice your arm, your shoulder. Exhale, slowly lower down. But with your eyes closed, as you reach your arm out and up, deep inhale. Notice the side of your body, what happens in the left side. Exhale, slowly lower down. Good, very, very extra good going slow. One more deep inhale, reaching out and up. That's why they call this a co-creation. Exhale, slowly lower down. If you close your eyes, it's harder to resist gravity and lower down slowly, but you may be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that place in my bicep before that was tight. And then rest your hand on your lap. Take some deep breaths. Notice your right and left arm, shoulder, and the side of your body compared to the left side. Take those full 3-part breaths. Feel your abdominal muscles, your rib cage, the middle of your lungs, and the whole upper lungs expand. Notice if that changes where you feel sensation. And then inhale your right arm out and up. Deep inhale, reaching out and up. Turn your palm forward like you're waving at me. Hello. Exhale, slowly lower down. Deep inhales and exhales. Oh, very, very good. I know you're getting seasoned when you challenge me to go slower. Deep inhale, reaching out and up. I like that. Exhale, slowly lower down. Notice if this side's different or not. One more deep inhale. If you haven't closed your eyes as you reach out and up, notice your side, your arms, your shoulders with your eyes closed. And then slowly lower down, noticing any sensations. I feel sensations. The slower I go all the way to my fingertips. About right here, I really start feeling it through my bicep, my chest. Goodness gracious. And of course, in my sides. And rest your hands on your lap. Take those deep 3-part breaths again. Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest fill and expand. And then go ahead and shift forward. Grab your blocks. Try to turn your toes straight. If you actually have blocks, squeeze your big toe and your heel into the block edge and try to spread your toes wide. I'm still working on that. You know, we shove our feet in shoes every day. So anytime you get a chance, stick something in between there. They've got those special socks. Bob, do you have those socks with the holes for your toes? I can't remember. Okay, push your feet down, sorry, lift up through your heart, and you're gonna reach your left arm back. Squeeze your blocks, reach back like you're backing out of the driveway in London or Ireland. Reach up, stretch up, you might look up, and then bring your hand to your right knee. 2 more like that. Deep inhale, reach back, look back. Squeeze your blocks, reach up a little more, stretch up a little more, and then sweep full over to your right knee. Good. 1 more deep inhale, push your feet down, reach back, look back, reach up, stretch way up there, paint your ceiling, and then bring your hand to your right leg. Now bring your right hand to your low back. Push your feet down, squeeze your blocks as you lengthen. Exhale, rotate to your right side. Look over your right shoulder. Deep inhale, lift up through the crown of your head. And exhale, slowly unwind. Do a couple cat-cows to give yourself, your back a break. Inhale, forward. Exhale, rounding out. Just really letting your body, deep inhale, go with the flow. You might even close your eyes here. Exhale. As long as it's safe for everyone in your space, you might stick your tongue out, cross your eyes. And then inhale, sit up nice and strong. Lift up through the crown of your head and reach your right arm back behind you. Look behind your right shoulder. Push your feet down, reach up, stretch up, and then touch your left leg. Good. 2 more like that. Deep inhale, reach back, look back, reach up, stretch up really long. You might look up and then touch your right leg. One more deep inhale, push your feet, squeeze your block, reach back, look back, reach up, stretch way up, paint the ceiling, and then bring your right hand to your left leg and your left hand to your low back. Push your feet down, squeeze your blocks, inhale, lift up, and I'm pushing the palm of my hand into my low back. If I could be with you, I could come behind you, put my hand there and say, lift up long through the spine. So you get to be your own teacher. Exhale, rotate over your left shoulder. Deep inhale, lift up through the crown of your head. Exhale, maybe rotate a little more to the left. One more deep inhale. And slowly unwind. Do some cat-cows. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale. 2 more like that. Deep inhale. One more deep inhale. When we stick our tongue out, it seems silly, and cross our eyes. It helps those muscles activate a little bit and then release. As you inhale forward, push your feet down and make circles to your left. Let your spine be fluid. Keep pushing your feet down, but do a cat stretch as you move towards the back of your chair. As you come forward, dunk your left shoulder towards your right knee, and then your right shoulder towards your left knee. And then slowly just explore, rotate, deep inhales. If you feel stable, you might close your eyes. As you come forward, you could rotate the other way. I didn't tell you to take your blocks out. If you want to take your block out, you can. If you do, notice the difference. My mom's got me keeping my block in more because she's sometimes an overachiever, and then now I work with her a lot of days I forget and leave it in. One more deep inhale in this direction, dunking your shoulders. Take your time, go slow. When you go slow, it gives your brain an opportunity to feel what is going on here. It takes a while. As you come forward, rest on your hands or your elbows, and it's easier to observe what you're feeling in stillness. You could lean forward. If it's better for you to lay back in your chair, that's always an option. And imagine I put one hand between your shoulder blades and one hand behind your kidneys. And feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your upper back expanding. You might close your eyes, give your eyes a break. Fill the space between my hands on my imaginary hands on your back, and that space in your back. Deep inhale, the space between your shoulder blades, the space behind your kidneys. One more deep inhale. And wiggle your toes, press down into your feet, grab your blocks, and slowly bring yourself back up. Squeeze your blocks, lift up long through your spine. And this time you're gonna bring your left hand to your right leg first, so starting in front. Squeeze your blocks, lift up long through the spine, and you're gonna reach your right arm in front of your body. It's really dramatic feeling. It's dramatic times when you say, look back over your left shoulder. 2 more like that. Bring your hand in front of your body to your right leg. Deep inhale, reaching up, stretching up. You might look up and then look over your right shoulder. One more deep inhale. I saw this gal with dementia yesterday, and I guess she had been a ballerina. Bring your hand to your lap. She was an elderly woman, like definitely late 80s, 90s. And they would show her in the chair. The nurse or the music therapist put the classical music on of music she had performed to when she was a ballerina. And they put that music on and they showed her doing all of the ballerina movements in the chair, and they would match it with, like, they'd show her in the chair and then they'd show her in her ballerina outfit when she was younger doing those same moves. It was really beautiful. I'll have to see if I can find it and post it for you all. I was like, I hope I'm doing that when I'm a little old lady. Okay, bring your right hand to your left leg. Push your feet down, squeeze your blocks, and reach your arm up. Well, I'm doing it now. Reach up, look up. And I've got some people in my life that would say I'm an old lady now that I'm over 50. But I think that's young. Deep inhale, reach up, look up, stretch up. Look back over your right shoulder. One more deep inhale. Imagine your favorite classical music. Squeeze your blocks, reach up, look back. Good. And then bring your hand back to your lap. Take a few deep inhales and exhales. And then reach your arms forward. Turn your palms face up again. Lift up through your heart. Try to relax your shoulders. When our arms lift up, our shoulders are like, come on, I'm going to help you. Everybody's do that. Everybody holds tension in their shoulders. So we're consciously trying to soften. Lift up through the crown of your head. Squeeze your blocks and scan to the left. Keep your right hand reaching forward towards me as your left hand scans to the left. Look over your left shoulder, squeeze your blocks, lift up through the crown of your head. And then exhale, slowly rotate forward. Good. Rest your hands down. Do a couple of cat-cows at your pace, inhaling forward, giving your back a break, and exhale, cat's breath. Just moving our spine like this. Send signals to the cells to make more synovial fluid in our spine. One more deep inhale. Then push your feet down, lift up through your heart, and turn your palms up one more time. Lift up through your heart. Keep trying to rotate your thumbs out. Lift up through the crown of your head and start to rotate your right arm forward. Keep reaching your left hand towards me. Squeeze your blocks as you start to rotate over your right shoulder. Look back, squeeze your blocks. Deep inhale. Lift up through your heart. Lift up through the crown of your head. And then slowly scan forward. Keep your thumbs rolling out. Deep inhales and exhales. Keep trying to soften your shoulders down. Good. One more deep inhale. Thank you, co-creators. Exhale, release your arms down. Set your blocks aside if you want. You're always welcome to keep them. And do a few cat-cows again. Deep inhale. Exhale. One more deep inhale. And then sit up nice and strong. And your choice, you could use a strap or your right hand on, or pardon me, yeah, or your right hand, pardon me, a strap or your left hand on your left leg, and you're going to push your right hand into your right leg. So where is Shannon's strap? And you're going to wrap your strap around and use it like a handle on your left leg. I'm trying to do everything left first. I've goofed a couple times just because tomorrow's Veterans Day, and when I was in the Army, you're in the military, they make you do left, right, left. So I thought that's really good for our brains because we usually do everything right to left. We read right. I do right side most of the time first. So push your right foot down, lift up long through your spine, and you're going to push and then lift your left leg. Inhale, let your shoulders try to stay relaxed. Push, exhale, push right, exhale, lift left. Try to lift up long through your spine. When I first start, I always notice myself kind of leaning back, which is okay to lift your leg. You can do that as much as you need to, but once you get used to it, to refine the movement a little more, instead of leaning back, think more about lifting up as you lift your knee up. 2 more, press and lift. 1 more deep inhale, press. This time as you lift, lean back on purpose. It's not wrong to lean back. Hug your leg in and rotate your hip in one direction. Deep inhales. You might close your eyes here, notice what you're feeling, and then rotate in the other direction. Deep inhales. And then rest your right leg down. You can slide your strap off and just keep it handy. Close your eyes either all the way or part way. And just notice your right and left hip and leg. We were moving at our hip joint, but I feel a difference in my toes. You might feel a difference in your low back, your hips, your whole leg might feel subtly different. Connect with those deep 3-part breaths. Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest lift and expand. And then let's shift forward. Bring your strap or your right hand to your right leg to help lift it up. And I hold the strap. If you can't, if you need both hands like that, that's good too. I'm sorry I didn't say that before. That's always an option. You're still going to push your left foot as you lift your right. So inhale, push. If you are holding both straps or only your right leg with your right hand, you can push your left down, and that'll recruit muscles of your core. So wherever you are, push, exhale, lift. And this side might be different. Deep inhale, push. As you lift, just notice without judgment, how much am I leaning back today? Sometimes you may need to lean back more just to lift your leg up there. You need that, some kind of physics. You need that tilt back, that lever back to help lift up. And that's okay. Over time, you might think more about lifting up, lifting as you lift your leg. It makes it way harder. That's my job, to make things harder. Deep inhales. A couple more, press, exhale, lift. 1 more, press, and this time as you lift, rest back in your chair and hug your leg in a little closer. Rotate your hip in one direction. Deep inhales. Notice if this side feels different. You might close your eyes and then rotate it in the other direction. And then rest your left leg down. You can take your strap off, but keep it handy. Connect with those 3-part breaths again. Your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest expand. So we are practicing yoga to get stronger, to be more flexible for the physical exercise. And that's for mental exercise too, becoming stronger, more flexible mentally, more resilient. And we often think about that as our muscles, but our breath helps us so much. And that's really one of the big differences between yoga exercise and other kinds of exercise, is subtle, cultivated awareness. So 1 more deep inhale. Notice any changes. Notice any non-changes. And then go ahead and shift forward. Bring your strap back to your left leg or your hand. So this time we're going to lift. You'll push your right foot down. If your right hand's free, you can push there. Or you can use both hands to lift your left leg. You could stay with this lifting up right in the center. If it's okay for you, you can press, lift, and start working with swinging your leg over to the left and then bringing it back and setting it down. Deep inhale. Now, I don't know if you saw me, I leaned a lot on that, so I'm going to try to refine this time. If you can, push your right hand into your leg as you lift your left leg. Stabilize the right side as you swing over and then back to the center and set down. Deep inhale. So for a long time, I didn't realize the tremendous amount of work that's going on in your right side as you push your right foot down. Try to glue your right hip as you swing left. Come back to center. One more. This time, as you bring your leg over to the left, leave it there. And if you're in a chair that has arms, just bring your feet as far as you can on each side to take your feet wider. In some chairs, when you take your feet really wide, it hurts the back of your legs. So that's why I have you kind of turn to the corner of your chair. So either way is fine. What's best for you, where you are today. Push your feet down and make sure your feet are underneath you a little bit. Keep pushing down as you lift up through your heart. Bring your hands forward and push your feet down like you're really trying to glue them down. Stick them down firmly and then draw up through the arches of your feet like you're trying to pick up the carpet or the floor or your mat, wherever you're on. Deep inhale, push down as you press down. And then keep pressing down as you push your hands up. Deep inhale. One more, pressing down. And then push down and reach up. Deep inhale. And then bring both hands to your legs. Rest on your left leg. Gently guide your right inner thigh away. Keep pushing your feet down. And you're dunking your right shoulder towards your left knee. I'll show you from the front. So wherever you are, it kind of looks like this. Deep inhales and exhales. And then if you close your eyes, notice if your right sitting pad or your sitting bone's lifting up a little. Try to seal it down too. And then concentrate on your breath. Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your side expand. Everybody will feel this different. You might feel it more in your inner groin or thigh. You might feel it in the side or your low back. So many places you could feel it. Shouldn't hurt anywhere. Your shoulder. One more ginormous inhale. And push your feet down. Come and sit upright again. Feel your feet pushing down. Lift up long through your spine. And maybe close your eyes halfway or all the way and shift your shoulders over your hips. Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest expand. Notice both sides of your body, both shoulders. Notice the inseams of both legs. Notice the differences. No expectations, no judgment, just observation. Then bring your hands to your legs and push your feet down. Push your legs like you're trying to make holes in the floor. Keep that pushing down action as you keep lifting up through your heart and reach your arms back out to the sides. Lift up through your heart and exhale, push your feet down as you push your hands together. Good. Deep inhale, reaching open, maybe stretch back even more. Exhale, push your feet, push your hands together. One more deep inhale, opening our hearts to new possibilities. Exhale, letting go of anything that won't serve us. And then bring your hands to your lap, rest on your right leg. Feel the support of your right leg, still feeling both feet push into the floor. Bring your left hand to your left inner thigh and just notice, take a few breaths. Gently press your left inner thigh away as you start to dunk your right shoulder towards your left leg. And you might close your eyes. Focus on, what do I feel? Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your sides expand, your inner legs stretching or expanding. Is your left hip lifting up? Mine is. So think about pushing, your left hip as you're still dunking the shoulder, and you might find some different places you didn't notice. 3 more ginormous inhales. Mine are long, so you might get more than 3. Wherever you are, take the biggest inhale you've taken all day. And push your feet down, press yourself back up to sitting strong and long. Lift up through your heart, lift up through the crown of your head, and take some deep inhales and exhales. Now, check this out. You could keep both feet here. We're going to do warrior 2. If you want, I didn't have you put your left foot on the block. If you're not feeling a really good connection with the floor and you have a block, put it under there. If you don't, that's okay. You can push into your pedal or wherever you are. The block also keeps the chair from pinching your legs sometimes. So push your feet down, lift up. You could keep both feet on the floor. You could stretch your right leg out and back. And slowly stretch it back. Don't go too far too soon like I almost did. And then bring your left hand to the inside of your leg. Rotate your shoulders towards me. Good. Press your feet down, lift up long through the spine. Deep inhales and exhales. And then gaze over your left shoulder reach your arms out for warrior 2 and turn your palms face up. Keep feeling your feet press down, your crown of your head lifting up, reach past your fingertips. So feeling our lines of energy here. Feel your feet press down, Apanavayu, your heart lifting up. Inhale as you reach past your fingertips. Vyanavayu. As you exhale, feel your abdominal muscles hug in, supporting this posture. 1 more deep inhale and warrior 2. And then release your hands down. Rest back in your chair for a moment. You might windshield wiper a little bit. Notice each leg. We did something different with each side. So notice where you feel sensation or non-sensation in the right leg, or the whole body, where you feel sensation or non-sensation in your left leg or through your left side body. 1 more deep inhale. So sometimes when I add stuff on, I'll forget to come back and get what we do next. But we're going to do those strap things. I think I was trying to get out of it because I threw my strap on the floor. So bring your strap or your right hand to your right leg. You can hold both straps with your hand. Remember, you're trying to push your left foot on the floor. If you can, hold the right strap or right leg in your right hand as you push your left foot and left leg down. I know sometimes you can't do that. So what's best for you? Lift up long through your spine. So you're going to push Exhale, lift. You could stay with this first version. Deep inhale, pushing and lifting up. If you want to take it up a notch, work harder, push your left foot down, really stabilize your left side as you swing your leg over to the right, and then back and set it down. And notice when I'm not paying attention, I don't know if you can see me, and my right leg goes with me a little bit. So you're trying to keep it stabilized. Easier said than done. One more, push, lift up long, try to stabilize your left side as you swing your right leg over, and then leave it over there. If you're in your power chair or have arms on your chair, just take your feet as wide as you can this way. If you're in a chair without arms, you might swing your feet open wider. Take your toes out, lift up long through your spine, and take a few deep breaths. Keep pushing your feet down. And inhale your arms out wide. I don't know, this may hurt me more than it hurts you. Exhale, bring your right arm over your left arm and give yourself a big hug. Good. Lift your elbows, take a deep breath. And then push your feet and reach your arms open again. Lift up through your heart and bring your exhale left arm over your right. So switching sides, push your feet down. Inhale, lift your elbows. Push your feet down, reach open, reach back, stretch back. Exhale, right over left again. Give yourself a big hug, lift up through your elbows, push your feet down, feel the whole upper back. And then push your feet down, reach open, stretch open, and exhale. We'll finish with your left over your right. Push your feet down, lift your elbows, ginormous inhale. Good. And then bring your right hand to the inside of your right leg. And you can be up higher or you can slide down lower. Push your left foot into the floor, reach your left arm up, deep inhale, look up, stretch up. Keep that reaching up, but explore reaching over. Feel the action from your left foot to your left fingertips, and push your right arm and leg together, trying to rotate your left ribs open. Deep inhale, then bring your hand behind your head. Maybe look up over your left elbow. Deep inhale, push your right arm and leg to each other. Deep inhale, and then push down and inhale back up, pause. Take a few breaths, feeling the length in your spine. And again, notice your right and left arms, shoulders, side bodies. And then bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Push your right foot down. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Deep inhale, reach up, stretch up. Reach over, but keep that action of pushing your right foot down and reaching up. Take a breath. Maybe look up and notice, where do I feel sensation on this side? And then bring your hand behind your head. Maybe look over your right elbow, deep inhale. Where do you feel sensation now? Keep pushing right, rotating your right ribs open, good. And then push down, inhale back up and sit nice and long. Take a few deep breaths. And wherever you are, rest back in your chair. You might rest back on your block on the more narrow level. And that's really going to push your chest forward. And even if you don't have a block, think about that, exaggerating. That's a back bend. You know, on social media, there's so many back bends that hurt my back because younger people that aren't aware are just letting their spines crimp or move where we could all move naturally. We all have a lot of movement in our L4, L5 area. That's why so many people have back problems there. So my back bend practice, and when I teach, is we're supporting those areas. It's not, doesn't look very bendy in the low back. It's the upper back that we want to open up. So that's where the block or a throw pillow or a rolled up towel behind your back, and you can lay back, and it seems like you're not doing anything because we're laying here. But as you take deep inhales and exhales and rest back on your block and let your chest start to open up, we're doing yoga, like advanced yoga, serious yoga. So close your eyes, feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest expand, and feel the support of the chair, the block behind you. You could stay right here resting or reach your arms out and up. Deep inhale. Laying back on your chair, your block even more. And exhale, slowly lower down. Oh goodness, you are challenging me today. Good job going slow. Deep inhale, reaching up. I'm closing my eyes. Reach all the way up. You might even look up. Exhale, slowly lower down. And then when I'm almost down, I open my eyes, and you all are going slower than me. So who's teaching who? It's true. It's like we're a contest who can go the slowest. Shirley, I think you're the winner today. Good job. One more deep inhale, but Bob, you're close. You're pretty much tied. Deep inhale. Both of you are challenging me, so that's good news. I need that too. Exhale, slowly lower down. I've got my agenda, my plans that I want to get her done too. But you're reminding me the breath and really the slowness is what's so yummy and important for us to focus on in yoga. You can rest your hands on your lap, take some deep breaths. Once you land, no hurry. If you're setting my example today or setting an example for me, deep inhales and exhales. And go ahead and let's bring both blocks to the front of you, between your feet. And you can stack them up one or two. Eventually, if you have a stool or a chair, you can even put that in front of you. Or when you're in bed at night, you could sit like this in bed. Or if you get down on the floor, you could sit like this on the floor. But you can also sit like this in your chair. So bring your feet together, and you may need to adjust your blocks. Mine feel a little far away. If you feel like when you hold your calf muscles like you're gonna fall out of the chair, then scooch back a little. Bring your finger behind your knee, and this may not work. It didn't work for me. I don't know how many times it took before it started really working. So send a signal to your calf and hamstring and tell them to squeeze each other, hug towards each other. And if you put your finger back there, that kind of gives you something for those muscles to grab onto. And then remember that squeezing your calf towards your hamstring as you grab your calves, lift up long through your spine, squeeze your calves towards your hamstrings, and hug your legs up towards your arms. Lift up long through the spine and simultaneously push your legs away. And find that middle place where you're not hugged up all the way, you're not pushing down all the way. It's like that middle place. Keep feeling that pushing forward and back. Lift up wide through your shoulders. Deep inhale. Should feel like shizzle sticks, Shannon. This is more work than yoga is supposed to be. One more deep inhale. If it doesn't feel that way, hug in more. Lift up long and release. Rest back in your chair for just a minute. Not even a full minute, but just take some deep breaths. And if you have time, over the holidays or whatever, you might lay back in your chair or the couch or your favorite lounge chair and put throw pillows or blankets under your knees on this side while you're laying back. And that support under your legs will actually allow your inner thighs to open a little more sometimes. One more deep inhale. And go ahead and shift forward. This time bring your hands underneath your legs. And I'm pushing my feet into my blocks, which is helping my knees move down towards the floor this time. And then I'm going to push my arms or hands up. So pressing my feet down to push my legs down, and then pushing my hands back into my legs, lift up long through the spine, feeling the Apanavayu, the downward energy. Inhale, your heart lifting up, that Apanavayu or Pranavayu, the crown of your head lifting up. One more deep inhale and release. Just go ahead and push your blocks aside. Take a few deep breaths. And then go ahead and grab your strap. Bring your strap to the ball of your right foot. Oh gosh, we didn't do warrior two on the right. Rewind. Turn to the right. If you have a block, you can put your foot on it. I'm skipping that part. I'm okay without it. It's just better with it. You could keep your left leg on the floor, or you can stretch your left leg out and back. Push your feet down. Lift up long through your spine and then reach your arms out. Maybe turn your palms face up and shift your gaze over your right hand. Deep inhale, feel your feet pressing down, your heart lifting up, lift up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, feel your abdominal muscles hugging in, supporting your spine. One more deep inhale and release. Rest for a moment, but keep your strap handy. Sorry about that. That's the great thing about my job. I like walk around with my cheat sheet. My body's my very own cheat sheet. So I may forget something I'm teaching you, but if I sit here and breathe through my body and kind of feel, I didn't even think, what did I miss? I felt it. So we had to go back and get it. One more deep inhale. And now bring your strap to the ball of your right foot. And you can always wave at me, write me a message or whatever if I forget something and I don't catch it, because it happens. Bend your knee, push your heel into the floor and lift up long. And I can hear your inner voices saying, well, Shannon, why don't you bring your notes? Reach out and forward. They're right up here in front of me. But if I do that, I'm going to be stuck to the notes all day and we're going to miss a bunch of stuff. Deep inhale, lengthen, push your heel down and reach out and forward. One more deep inhale. And then reach out and forward. And you could stay with this version, reaching your torso towards your leg. If you want to lift your right leg up, slide your hand down your strap, push your left hand to your leg and lift up. Deep inhale. Try not to bend your knee. Push your foot away as you lift up long through the spine. Deep inhale. And you can do this with your foot up or down. Bring your hand to your left strap. Bring your right hand to your low back one more time. Press down. Lift up through the crown of your head and look over your right shoulder. Deep inhale, lift up long. Exhale, rotate forward. Take your strap off. Rest back for a moment. Try to rotate your right ankle. And your left ankle. And observe. One more deep inhale. And then shift forward and bring your strap to the ball of your left foot. And draw your toes back. Push your heel in the floor. On the inhale, feel your spine getting longer. Lift up through your heart and reach out and forward. You might push your heel down. And there'll be a moment when your head gravity says, come this way. And then you say, no, I'm mindful right now. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach out and forward. And so I'm with my mom, and then she corrects my posture. One more deep inhale, draw your shoulder blades back. Try to keep your ears over your shoulders as you reach out and forward. So you could continue this version. It feels really good to me today, so you could stay with that, or slide your hand down your strap. Push your right hand to your left leg. Deep inhale and lift up. You can lift low or lift high. Try not to lock your knee. Inhale, lift through the crown of your head. And whether your foot's on the floor or lifted low or high, you could bring your right hand to your strap. Left hand to your low back. Push down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, look over your left shoulder. Deep inhale, telescope the crown of your head up. And exhale, slowly rotate forward. Slowly set your leg down. You can take your strap off and rest back in your chair. Put your legs windshield wipers. So we did your, it wasn't double pigeon, but we stretched both of your external rotators and hips when we were doing those things with our knees wide. So just in case you think I skipped pigeon, that was like kind of our version of pigeon. It gets close to the same muscles. Take some deep inhales and exhales. Notice how you're feeling. And then let's shift forward for one more neck stretch. You can bring your feet, blocks between your feet and knees. Sit up nice and long through the spine, and as you exhale, slowly let your left ear lower towards your left shoulder. Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest expand. If you want more sensation, you can lower your right arm down. On your next exhale, gaze down towards your left armpit and take a few deep breaths there. Notice any changes. Keep feeling your right foot, your right hip glued down. And then bring your left hand to the side of your head and guide your head back up. Deep inhale, sit nice and long. And slowly let your right ear lower towards your right shoulder. Deep inhales and exhales. Keep pushing your left foot, your left hip down. Take a few breaths, notice what you're feeling. And then if you want more sensation, lower your left arm down. Deep inhale, sitting strong and long. Exhale, guiding your head, looking down towards your right armpit. Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest lift and expand. And bring your right hand to the side of your head. Slowly guide your head back up. Set your blocks aside. You could rest on your blocks if you like that. Otherwise, just lay back for Shavasana. Close your eyes all the way or part way. Sometimes I like to put my feet on blocks, let my legs open a little and relax. Maybe with the wind and the stormy-ish weather, place your palms face down for that full body mudra, grounded body mudra. And just allowing yourself to breathe naturally. If your mind drifts, ask, where can I soften? left hand to your heart, your right hand over your left hand. And just take a moment, acknowledge yourself for practicing to take care of yourself during these most challenging times. And then send a silent wish out to someone you know that might need some extra good energy today. Namaste. Good job. Thanks for coming to class. I'm going to